Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Yui coming at you with a hot faction tip for today's video. I want to show you guys one of the best, most efficient ways to solo farm faction points and faction standing. It was extremely difficult. They patched a couple things in this recent one, but again, it's still extremely difficult to do so. And so I just want to show you guys one of the ways. Obviously, there's many ways, but I find this is probably the best solo way that I could find. So here's what you're going to need. If we look at just what I'm wearing here, you're going to need a Cultist Cowl for more damage or Assassin Hood to reset your cooldowns. I'm still testing that out to see what's best, but we'll check it out anyway. Second, you're going to need a Hunter Jacket, one-handed dagger, Crypt Candle, and a Guardian Boot, as well as a Demon Cape. I'm only bringing an E3 satchel for more fame, just to make use of my time. It's going to cost you a pretty penny, but you know, I don't like to waste my time when farming. And as well as I would bring some cabbage soup and some tier 4 poisons or 4.1 like what I have here. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to head over to Domain Chasm over here, and the reason I'm going there is it's a tier 7 zone with a tier 7 dungeon, so inside is actually tier 8 dungeons, which is a huge bonus for us. It's one of the rare ones around, so you can get another one in, I think, Merkweld. If I look here, Merkweld has another tier 7 dungeon. I'm sure other ones here as well, so just look out for those. You could also do the Yellow Zone one, Tharkal Fissure, which is a tier 5, so inside you can get to tier 6. But again, you know, I'm going for efficiency for high points, so that's why I'm going for the tier 8 in the Domain Chasm. And so over there, what we're going to have is these mobs that give you about 100 faction points-ish, give or take. And I don't have my Avalonian buff, so I don't get the extra boost in 10% fame. And apparently that actually affects your 10% in your faction points, which is massive. But I don't actually have that, so that's okay. We're going to have to go without. But essentially with this build, you're going to be able to kill mobs extremely fast. I mean, just the Cultist Cowl takes about 2,000 damage from the mob, and their health is about around 10,000. So you're already doing 20% of your damage just from the Cultist Cowl, and the rest would come up from your Crypt Candle and your dagger there. But again, 100 per mob in a tier 8 dungeon, that's pretty good if you ask me for solo, that you don't really need to make a group. You know, you just have to faction flag yourself, get some good gear, and try to get away from gankers. I mean, that's going to be the biggest thing, especially that I'm rocking tier 8.3, fairly juicy items. But that's why I've got the Giant Horse. It's got the ability to get away. Oh, here's a PK that we can see. Oh, okay, there's reds. We're going to go ahead and go back, and we're going to take an alternate route. Alright, so we just got to the map. We're going to go ahead and go inside the dungeon. And I actually should have brought a skip set, so recommend you guys bring a skip set because my gear is expensive to repair. But we're going to do our best here not to get downed. So I am going to be losing some fame, I think 11% of my fame, because as you guys probably have noticed, I am in Arch. Blue Army has switched to Arch, so I believe we're losing about 11% because of the size of Arch, how big Arch is, and how many alliance members we have. Please don't get downed. Don't attack anybody. Yeah, we're good. Make it to the second floor, but there is a buff of 15% fame, so that kind of covers up for it. Gives us a little bit extra, but again, if you're not an Arch, you're gonna make a decent amount of fame as well. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna skip these ones because these are easily diveable. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the third floor here and make our way to some of the group dungeons. And we're going to do an example of one group dungeon. Let's wait for cooldowns here. Go ahead and switch your boots, make sure everything is prepped. Okay, we're good. Now let's go ahead and try. So these guys should give us about almost 100 points. So let's start our timer and let's get going. As you see, I'm nuking this guy. And he's pretty much dead, so I don't even know how fast that was, but that was extremely fast. So we got 96, guys. 96, so almost 100. So imagine per mob and how fast we killed that guy. So let's just keep going. And you're doing this solo, right? So you've got all these mobs. So one dungeon could probably get you, I don't know, closer to... And look, we have our cooldowns right away. I might have messed this one up, but let's see. We're good, we're good, we're good. I should have went for actually the mage first. We're going to Guardian boot here. Now keep in mind, we did not use poisons for this one, so you might need to wait for the poison. Don't take unnecessary damage, which we did. I'm going to fully reset here if I can. Oh no. Okay. I should have waited on my cape and the poison, so this one should be a lot better. Next time, go for the mage instead of the swordsman, because swordsman, he just stands still and you know, does his cleave spell, but these guys auto attack a lot more. So let's give that another shot. That probably hurt. Okay, here we go. We have everything up. We're gonna go ahead and poison. Then we're gonna go ahead and crazy on it. It's gonna die in seconds. We're gonna take this damage because it's okay. There it is. 15k, 77. We're gonna reset. Oh, still not resetting. Okay, here we go. And if you're going to reset one by one, then I recommend going with the Assassin Hood. But I'm going to stick with the Cultist for a bit and see how it goes, and then we can switch it up. So we're good to start. We got this back. We don't need the poison because this guy is easy to kill, like I said. We're going to go ahead and start our big damage here. And you can just look at his health bar. He's 50% now. It's, you know, this weapon is pretty insane for this. Once you have it down, I recommend just going... giant, that way you don't take much damage, and just keep auto attacking until he dies. He's gonna die eventually here. It's too easy, just avoid all his AoEs. And he's dead, and we just gained ourselves 96 faction. Alright, so this guy silences, but the main damage needs to go on this guy. We've got our demon cape. So we're gonna poison this guy. We're gonna get our stacks here. Drop this, but we're gonna actually switch to... There we go, we need to switch to the Undead Spectral Bat. And then we're gonna leash it. Now, again, I did not wait. I should have waited, but just from that bat we got 67. Next time, I recommend you guys waiting for your cooldowns because I didn't have my giant spell up. But that's okay. I'm learning with you guys, but you can tell how many points we're gonna get. So let me just actually set it. See how much we're at. So we got 1158. So again, I'm gonna, even though you don't need to wait, I'm gonna wait 12 seconds. Alright, let's get going here. And he's dead. Come on, here we go. $96. How much are we getting for these small ones? 15. Yeah, of course, these are easy to take down, but we're just gonna keep going. Now, because you're waiting on cooldown, maybe you can even use damage food instead. It might help you. And mages obviously take a lot more damage. I'm gonna use my guardian boots. Mana issues here. Easy, 77. Use the demon cape, but that's okay. So this is pretty consistent, as you can tell. You know, and you're fairly safe-ish. Obviously, there are people that can dive you. Very unlikely, especially other factions that would go that deep in the 3rd floor. So just keep that in mind. But obviously, there is a chance that you will get dove. So just be prepared to fight, and it's a decent weapon to fight with. Okay, cool. Take these guys down as well. I don't know if you guys are noticing, but we're getting 20k per mob. Yeah, I've got the 8-3 satchel, and I've got the faction bonus, which is 15% more fame. But again, if we just look at, I would be getting a lot more, but there is a 12% penalty for being an arch, so we got to live with that. So we'd be getting even more fame than 20k. But you can see I'm not going to even use a poison for this because it's just a single mob. You can see how fast this thing is going down. So I'd recommend you guys do this if, you know, you're not in a group, there's no parties, not a lot of faction content going around, but you do want to gain some points and gain your faction standing. This is probably what I'd recommend you guys do. Let's go ahead and try to blow these guys up. Now we're actually going to skip the boss because I think it's actually a waste of time. I think they're kind of hard to do. Especially, I believe they nerfed it. You were able to do pretty much every single boss, but we're actually, you know what? We're gonna try it out. How much health does this guy have? 30,000. I'm gonna try it out and see how it goes. Definitely want beef stew for this, but we're gonna wait for our spells here. We've got 24 seconds remaining. In the meantime, you can see what we can kill. This is a hooker. Now we're gonna leave that for another time. I'm gonna try to nuke this guy. And walk him around. Trying to gain some health here. Walk him around. Get some free shots here. Try not to take as little damage as you can. Gonna throw another poison here. Let's see how much this guy's gonna give us in points. Okay, here we go. It's okay, we just full burst him here. We got our guardian boots up soon anyway. So he gave us 211. Obviously that took a lot longer, but we were able to do it. And we were able to get the chest, which obviously we don't make too much money off of it, but that's okay. So there you guys have it. If we look at my faction warfare points, so current points 4,254. I think I started with about 800 to 900. So we made over 3,000 points. We probably made like 3.4 thousand. I'll have to go back in the video and just check on that. But let's say about 3.4 thousand, so in half an hour. So you can expect to make almost 7,000 points per hour. And to be honest with you, that's not too bad for solo. Gathering is going to get you a lot less. I think I'd have to test it out, but that's just my opinion there. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. If you guys did, smash that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers!